Hello and what is going on, lovely people of the internet? It's Hootmoney here with another video for you guys today. Today we're going to be going over Progenity, giving you guys a weekend update and tell you guys what exactly I expect in the upcoming weeks. Teaser alert, I am still bullish on Progenity. It's my highest conviction short squeeze play by far for multiple different reasons. And if you guys don't mind hitting that like button, liking the video is the #1 thing you guys can do to help me out here on this channel. Subscribe for more and hit that post notification bell down below so you get notified when I go live at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time before market open each and every single day. Also, if you guys want to join the Hoot fam and get trade alerts as well as private live streams, click this card right up here in the top right corner or hit that join button down below next to the subscribe button. Anyways, we are taking a look at Progenity stock right off the bat. I'm going to show you guys, look at this MACD. We have the hourly candles up. So essentially technical analysis at this point, I feel like you can throw it out of the window. Like, what is this MACD? It makes no sense. Something completely unnatural is going on. We also have pre-market spikes up to $6.47 per share. So if this is not a reason to be in this play, then I don't know what is. If we go and we take a look and we do the box technique, pretty much every single short has been short on this stock, and we were actually going over this in my live stream. Even the shorts that shorted back here are pretty much underwater because majority of the short interest picked up recently over here. There was not too much short interest before April of 2021, which would have been the only place for shorts to actually really be profitable on this stock. So the fact that we have most of the shorts underwater currently, again, most of the short interest was accumulated in this region, makes me extremely bullish for this stock. Also, Ethereum, the hedge fund that is behind Progenity, they have a cost basis of about $4 per share in Progenity. So if we start getting above the $4 range and holding, then it could really pick up in terms of this short squeeze. Now let's just go back to the hourly candlesticks and do somewhat of a TA. I don't think we can, but we'll try. So you guys can see on the first run up it came up and then it came back down to the 200 moving average. Then on the second run up it came up and it stabilized. Then on the third run up we came up and then back down to the 200 average. So on each run up, every odd run up will hit the 200 moving average. Right now we're on the fourth run up and I don't know if we'll get back down to the 200 moving average. And some people are afraid of delusion. Some people are afraid of getting rug pulled. If you really wanted to set a stop loss, and a lot of the times stop losses can really screw you up, I'd put it under $3 per share. I'd put it under this 200 moving average, and then sure, you can move it up as Progenity continues to go. But we're getting strong support at the 200 moving average, so I wouldn't really put a stop loss above that if I were you. Anyways, if we're looking at this pattern, we are probably due for a run up sometime next week. I don't know when, but worst case scenario, we come back to the 200 moving average. And if we do close below the 200 moving average right here, then we can reevaluate. But until then, I am going to remain extremely bullish because, well, most shorts are underwater and there's so much naked shorting, failure to delivers, and so much going on behind the scenes in Progenity. I have to remain bullish. I mean, just look at this spike up to 647. If that wasn't short covering at 6 a.m. in pre-market, I really just don't know what is. So long story short, shorts are not doing too hot right now in Progenity, and yeah, that's about it. If you guys wanted to check out this technical analysis software, this is WeBull desktop. I'll throw a promotion on the screen right now. If you guys wanted to sign up, you can get up to $2,300 in free stock as long as you deposit at least $1 on their platform. Yes, $1, you can win up to $2,300 in free stock. They also have a mobile, iOS, and Android user interface or application where you can also do technical analysis and trade stocks. It's very good. I don't know if I'd put my whole account on WeBull, but at least a play account. It's way better than Robinhood in my opinion, and the user interface for technical analysis, you just really can't beat it. So let's get into some of the juice. As you guys can see, Progenity is still sitting at #1 on the short squeeze leaderboard for a very good reason. It's also still a regulation threshold security as noted by this list. If we look at some of the Ortex data, we have 3 short squeeze signals outstanding still. These 2 end in 5 days. So with my prediction, we probably should get a leg up within the next week. They also have a type 3 signal within the next next month. And I definitely do think we will be getting a move before November 19th, because that's the expiration date on the options. A lot of those options are now in the money. Tons of shares will have to be delivered. There's also this one right here, this one right here. So that's about 5 short squeeze signals that are still outstanding. One of them was issued just 2 days ago, so that's pretty insane as well. So there's a lot of juice left in the tank for Progenity. And if you don't believe me, believe Ortex. They have 5 outstanding short squeeze signals. Fintel has it as #1 short squeeze risk. I am still bullish on Progenity. Most shorts are underwater still. Taking a look at some of the live Ortex data, you guys can see the cost to borrow is now at 91%. Now this is weird because Fintel has the cost to borrow going up, Ortex has the cost to borrow going down. So the differences in data doesn't really make too much sense to me, but that is still a very high cost to borrow, so I will leave it at that. We also are seeing a lot of returned shares now. Now there's a lot of theories that are going on with that delusion that we were saying about 8.5 million shares. Someone converted their bonds into stock for Progenity, and yeah, so there might be some more shares being put on loan. This could be a theory. They might be using those shares and loaning them out to short sellers. They could also be using those shares because they were selling call options that are now in the money. So in order to deliver those shares, and they were naked shorting them because they have those bonds, so in order to deliver those shares, they had to exercise that bond for shares of the stock so they could deliver the shares. That's another theory going on. But this whole time, Ortex has it at 100% utilization. So the way that they're getting these shares doesn't make too much sense. We also have the short interest at 23 million still. 45% of the float is being shorted, so it's still insanely high. And we think it's a lot more, especially when you have to factor in the short call options that are being shorted and then also the put options that have also been bought. And that would also put the days to cover up a lot higher. So it probably will be a multiple day short squeeze. I wouldn't just look at the Ortex data and say, oh, 0.65 days to cover. There's a lot going on. It's a threshold security. It's probably a lot higher than 0.65, especially with all the hidden data that we just don't get access to. Ortex also only gets 85% of prime brokers data. So when we see these numbers and we see extra shares put on loan and it stays at 100% utilization, and it just spikes down, it spikes up, it doesn't make sense. These numbers don't add up, and that's probably the 15% that's being hidden from us. Fintel has less data to choose from, so we can also look at the shares on loan and the shares new. And as you guys can see, starting on Friday, October 22nd, we really have been going up each day on loan new and on loan returns. So that live data might not be the most accurate. I'm gonna have to come back to that, but you guys can see here 500,000 on loan new, on loan return here, about 1.5 million on loan new, on loan returned, 300,000 share excess right here, about 2 million each. Then it really spikes up to 5 million as of Wednesday, and then to the other day that was actually 6 million almost. And then yesterday there was about 7.5 million new shares put on loan and about 5.7 million shares returned, so another excess of almost 2 million shares that were put on loan as of yesterday. And if we take away on loan new and on loan return, we can put the utilization. It's been creeping at 100% this whole time. So where are they getting these shares from? Well, it could have been from that convertible bond, or it could just be from the 15% of data that we're not getting. So I can't give you these answers. There's a reason that some of this stuff is not being reported by big funds. We don't know who had those bonds, and it's all for a reason. They're playing games behind the scenes, but at the end of the day, we have all these Ortex signals outstanding. Fintel still has it at its #1 short squeeze risk. So I'm going to continue to remain bullish because I know for a fact that these shorts are underwater. And just the fact that all of this is happening right here, we're getting a huge increase in returned and put on loan, as well as that spike up to about $6 per share in pre-market the other day. There's tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of reason to remain bullish on Progenity. Something is really heating up, and those type 2 signals are expiring next week. So I think we're going to be getting a move next week. Anyways, we can come here to Progenity on Fintel. You can see barely any shares available to be shorted, especially when you compare it to the entire float. That's just Fintel's data. Somehow they still get shares. Again, yesterday, 2 million excess of shares that were put on loan that were not returned. Fintel, again, their borrow fee. I was just talking about this. Ortex's borrow fee has been going down. Fintel's borrow fee has been going up, and it's evident right here. Since 1021 was at 76, 77%. Now, as of 43 minutes ago, it's at 131%. That's almost double what it was just a week ago. So I don't know. I mean, for me, this is something that's looking pretty bullish. We can also come down here and we can see combined short volume ratio still above 50%. We saw this with bbig on its run up. It's going to stay above 50% each and every single day. The short sellers are going to be attacking the longs. It is just facts. I don't know where they're getting all this shorted shares from. It's still on the regulation threshold list. It makes absolutely no sense. I don't know where they're getting these shares. There's definitely something that should be illegal, but there's loopholes and other things going on behind the scenes. We can go and move over to the flow right here. You guys can see, give it a quick refresh, see if any other moves have been made. We've got the custom flow as always. It's pretty bullish. It's not as bullish as it was yesterday, or it's just as bullish as it was in the past, but not as much volume as we've been seeing. We'll pull up the filters, 10K premium or more as side only. So we're looking for whales that are buying straight calls and buying straight puts, but there was a bid side trade that was actually very, very nice, but we're gonna have to get into that in a minute. Anyways, we're gonna show the charts right here, and we can see about 77.7% bullish premium. They're all targeting that 11.19. I'm telling you guys, we're gonna get a move before 11.19, which is about 3 weeks from today. Again, we don't really see too much on the bears. Bears are also targeting that 11.19, it looks like, but the bulls are targeting the $4 strike price, and this is very, very good because that's out of the money. Bulls think this will go above 4, so if you can get shares of Progenity below $4 per share, that is probably pretty bullish. They're also targeting the 3.5. That's slightly in the money, and then bears are targeting that 3.5 as well. Taking a look at some of the dark pool data just the other day, when we did get that spike up to $6 per share in pre-market, we had tons and tons of dark pool data, or dark pool volume the next day as well. Now this has been cooling off recently. As of yesterday, it was at a new low, but there's still tons and tons of dark pool volume on the spike up, and you guys can see the dark pool volume really started after the stock started picking up in price. After it got to $2 a share, that's when it got really sketchy, and that's when shorts really started hurting in this stock. So continue to see that dark pool volume. It's gonna stay up there, and we can look at some of the biggest option trades recently, but I want to also show you guys an alert that was fired by Unusual Whales, and you guys can see it's about 50% bullish as of today, and most of the bearish bets have just been people de-risking with call options, which is definitely like normal. That's normal. People sell call options when they're up on their money. It happens all the time. So selling these call options, I don't like. That's why I don't like using bid side. I look at ask side only when I'm judging sentiment, which was still 77% bullish. But anyways, I digress. You guys can see right here, there was selling a put option today expiring 12/17 for the $5 strike price. And if we pull up the alert right here for Progenity, this alert was fired as well. $5 put option expiring 12/17/2021. So the person who bought this put option, they are bullish on Progenity, because if Progenity expires below $5 per share on December 17th, 2021, they are going to be assigned Progenity. They are going to have to buy Progenity for $5 per share. So if they want to make money on this trade, Progenity has to go up from this price point. I hope that makes sense. But anyways, guys, Progenity is looking very, very bullish coming into the next week. I really do like what's going on in Progenity. It's giving me support.com, SPRT. You remember that stock? It's giving me those vibes. I really think we're in for a treat in Progenity. You just have to be able to hold strong. Again, you probably shouldn't risk any more money than you're willing to lose, because it is very risky. There are tons of swings, and if you're getting any type of anxiety holding it at all, that's probably an indication that this type of play is not meant for you. So you need to have strong hands. You need to be able to stomach those swings. Personally, I don't even really look at my account balance changing. I'm just looking at the charts and I'm just getting ready for the next leg up because I am very confident and I have much conviction in this play. Anyways, I appreciate you guys watching this video. If you don't mind leaving that thumbs up if you haven't already, very highly appreciated. The number one thing you can do, subscribe to the channel for more and hit that notification bell down below. If you guys want private live streams and trade alerts, I'm throwing a card right here in the top right corner. Trade alerts, we've been doing well. They can pay for themselves. Might as well check it out if you guys haven't already. Anyways, if you guys wanted to check out WeBull as well, you can use the link below in the description or in the pinned comment section. And again, up to $2,300 in free stock as long as you deposit 1 penny. So if you don't have 1 penny sitting around, you're probably not watching the video anyways. Check that out. Link below in the description or pinned comment section. And that's about it. We've got Halloween this weekend. That's why I put on this crazy shirt. We had an amazing live stream this morning. I had tons and tons of fun. I hope you guys have a nice weekend. You stay safe out there. Yes, trick-or-treating can be dangerous. I know you guys are still going trick-or-treating. Anyways, stay away from the parties. Don't get too messed up because on Monday, we're coming back strong. We're going to be live at 9 a.m. and I couldn't be more excited for this weekend. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video and have a wonderful, fantastic day. Peace.